Hi, this is Ajanta ma'am. I'm back with another video, and this time it is the Julius Caesar. Today I'm going to discuss the answer to this question: how does Cassius succeed in convincing Brutus and inducing him to agree to murder Caesar? Now, Brutus does not follow Caesar to the venue of the games to be held in connection with the celebrations of the festival of Lupercalia, and Cassius seizes this opportunity to have a private conversation with Brutus. In fact, Cassius has been waiting for some opportunity, and now, having got one, he makes full use of it. How does he begin? He begins by complaining that Brutus had for some time in the past been indifferent to him and even unfriendly towards him. Brutus replies that he has been feeling troubled by certain thoughts and that in fact he has been angry by certain conflicting emotions. Brutus further says that if his attitude towards Cassius or to anybody else has appeared to be indifferent or unfriendly, the reason is that he has been suffering from conflicting emotions himself. What Brutus wants to say here is that on one hand is his loyalty to Caesar, and on the other is his love of freedom. Cassius then tells Brutus that many of the most respectable persons in Rome have been feeling disappointed with Brutus because Brutus has not been showing any awareness of what is going on in Rome. Brutus partly understands what Cassius means by this remark, and just as Cassius has partly understood what Brutus meant by saying that he has been at war with himself, Brutus therefore asks into what dangers Cassius wants to lead him. And Cassius first assures Brutus that he is not a man who speaks non-seriously or light-heartedly, and that he is also not a man who first flatters others and afterwards defames himself. Cassius gives Brutus this assurance in order to convince him that whatever he is going to talk to him at this time is seriously meant by him. And Brutus, he hears some people shouting who have gathered at the venue of the games, and Brutus thereupon expresses his doubts that people are choosing Caesar as their king. Cassius feels very happy to hear this kind of remark from Brutus, and he therefore asks if Brutus does not want Caesar to become a king. And Brutus replies that although Caesar is a great friend of his, he would not like Caesar to become a king. He then asks why Cassius is detaining him. And And Cassius replies that he wishes to talk to him about some honorable enterprise. And if he is ready to listen to Cassius, and that his love of honor is greater than his fear of death. And Cassius replies that honor is precisely the subject of his story. Cassius tries to lower Caesar's stature in front of Brutus. Cassius starts giving examples to show that Caesar is not such a great hero as he is thought to be. And he gives various examples of the swimming incident, contest in which he once with Caesar, and in which he not only defeated Caesar but had saved Caesar from drowning. He also narrates the incident when Caesar was sick and he cried like a sick girl because he needed some water to drink. So by giving examples of Caesar's physical weakness, Cassius has tried to lower Caesar in Brutus's eyes. And Cassius is trying to prove to Brutus that a man who is essentially weak has no right to govern Rome. So Cassius tries to lower Caesar's estimation in Brutus's eyes, and he tries to appeal to Brutus's ego. Brutus certainly responds to Cassius's argument about Brutus's family traditions and about Caesar's governing the country all by himself and ignoring noble-minded and democratic people like Brutus. Here we see that Brutus's ego has surely been gratified by Cassius's argument, and there is much force and weight in the name of Caesar and obviously in the name of Brutus. And accordingly, Brutus now says that he will certainly consider all that Cassius has said, and he would again meet Cassius in this connection. So we see that Cassius succeeds in his effort by having chosen the right moment to talk to Brutus, and secondly by his skill of reasoning, and thirdly by appealing to Brutus's family traditions and Brutus's love for republicanism, and fourthly by his assertions of his own love of freedom. Thank you for watching. Follow me for more such knowledgeable videos for your Shakespeare, for your poems and your short stories. Subscribe my channel, hit the like button and share my videos. Thank you once again for watching.